Bear, my drink! Mmm. That's good. Woo! Not too much.
Join the team.
Woo! Okay. What we're going to do now is we're now back to the dwarves' turn, and guess what? Hey team, this is McGuire Review, and we are about ready to start video number 2 of the 2-part series for Dwellings of Eldervale. Now, this will be the playthrough video. If you have not seen part 1, you're going to want to go check that out. That's when we went through the overview of all of the cool stuff that we got on the table, as well as the mechanics of the game, where this one is really going to focus in on gameplay. We did say we're going to get into the factions. I am going to ask Bear to give me the factions as soon as he finds it. The faction sheets, and we're going to go through what all the factions are before we jump into gameplay. But this video is going to focus on gameplay, and we're going to go a few rounds. We're not going to play the whole game, all right? We don't have time for that. But I'm going to play enough where you're going to get to see a lot of the mechanics, and you're going to understand how this game works, and you're going to understand why this game is fun, and why this game is good. And that is the point, all right? The point is not to just show the game and play the whole game. The point is to see how cool the game is. And we're going to show that very soon. Because we're the best, Bear. Really pushing it. Okay, before we do any of that, we're going to talk about the
epic level giveaway
that we're going to be doing on this one. We queued that up in video 1. And we are going to be giving away not the prototype edition. That's right, we have sweetened the deal. Hit that subscribe button. Comment below. That's how it works. You got to be part of the team. Hit the subscribe. Trust me, you're not going to be sorry about doing that. Comment below. And 25 days from now, okay? So 25 days from now, before the Kickstarter ends, it's a full 29-day Kickstarter. It's out there now on Kickstarter. Go check this out. Trust me, it's already out there. So sweet what they've queued up. Oh, can't wait, team. All right, this is going to be the deal. 25 days from now, Bear is going to hit the button of fate, and one lucky subscriber, team member, who has commented below will win a legendary version of this game. That's right, the best offering that they're coming through on Kickstarter, you will get a legendary version of this game. The reason why we are picking the winner 4 days before the end of the Kickstarter is because if you have backed the game and if you end up winning, I want you to be able to use your funds in the most efficient way. So you may want to continue on with your Kickstarter back there, and you just have 2 copies of the game. You can sell one, you can give one to a friend, or let's say that you've only got so much cash, you can go ahead and cancel that back, and then you get the game, all right? It's only going to be for one lucky subscriber. You're going to get the legendary copy of the game, all right? That's all in, everything that they have to offer. Ugh, can't wait. It's going to be so awesome. Bear, my drink! Mmm. That's good. Woo! Not too much. Okay. The faction sheets, please. Thank you, good sir. All right. Let's get into the factions that we have. For the gameplay today, we're going to be using the 3 that we used in part 1. We've got the Fire Witch Goblins. Pretty sweet. The Storm Horde. These guys, I believe, are a Kickstarter unlocker still. The Storm Horde, as well as the Stonehelm Dwarves. I really love these Dwarves. I like their ability with the workers getting the gold. I love their warrior with the Warhammer. We're not going to go through all the different abilities. We don't have time for that today. I just want to show you what's going to be getting queued up. So we got those 3. We also have the Shadow Demons. And some of these are double-sided just for my prototype version here. We've got the Atlanteans. Super sweet. Oh, that's going to be awesome. The Pirates of the Nightmare Cove. Very cool. Cult of the Death Queen. Getting deadly. I think we already hit the we did. Okay, that was the backside of that one. So, Ember Crush Ogres. I got a buddy who calls these Ogres. Call that out every single time. We already hit the Pirates. We've got the Clerics of the Dawn. That's a pretty sweet faction there. That's awesome. It's kind of got like that sort of like rainbow dragon there in the background. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure if that's a rainbow dragon, but it kind of looks like a rainbow dragon. Pretty sweet. All right, and then we got the Elves of Briar. So we got an Elves we have here. You've probably seen that if you've watched any of the other playthrough videos. I know that Peter has definitely played the Elves in one of those, so you can check that out. As well as the Rattlings of the Swarm. And this is kind of almost kind of a rat type race there that you have in that faction. So, pretty awesome. Those are all the ones that I have here for the prototype for my copy. And then, so we got all these and the factions you've got already out there. Bear, hold this. Thanks. All right. Now, disclaimer before we get started here. I'm going to do my best job to play this game, show you how this works, get through this. However, I may make some rule mistakes, and the reason is because I am playing 3 different players, all within the mind of one, that being Bear, Smokey, and myself. So, you know, I might not do everything as the best that it could be done, and I may even make a little mistake. If I catch that, I'll call it out. If any of the team catches that, call it out in the comments below. No problem, no hard feelings. I'm actually looking for people to kind of call those rule mistakes out, so it's out there for the general public and everybody can see. Because most people do take a view of the comments on these videos. All right, so we're all set up. We're ready to go. I've got everything already prepared. The only thing I haven't done is stacked my treasure tokens here onto these tiles. We'll do that here in a second. I've already rolled my dice at the very beginning of the game. Each player will roll. It's the highest die roll. If you tie, you can kind of continue to roll dice. Wins, and then that's the order that you'll go in. I've already set that here on our victory point track. I go right across. That actually worked out pretty well. We're going to go the Stonehelm Dwarves, the Storm Horde, and then the Fire Witch Goblins, and that'd be the order that will go around the table. And we'll just say that was kind of how it was organized clockwise, because you do start with the winner and you go clockwise kind of around the table. So we'll just say that's how it worked out. That's our order, and nothing else do I have like prepped. So don't feel like I've got all these cards prepped that for specific examples. It is completely random. We're just going to play the game and see how it works out. All right, so that's good. We've got one monster on the board queued up. We got the board set up the way that it would be set up for a 3-player game. Different number of players. This board will look a little bit different. This is how it's going to be set up for 3 players. Everything here good to go. All right. Okay, let's get started. Let's go ahead and populate our tiles. So we'll start here with red, and we'll put a red here. There we go, and we'll put a red stack over here. Actually, these go face up. Got to remember that, because you always kind of can see what's coming. Ooh, nice. Got a coin over here. Now, if these stacks ever run out, you'll get what's printed on the board. But you always can see kind of what's coming here. This one has 2 stacks on it, so we'll put 2 there. Got the reds done. Now let's do our green. We need 1, 2, 3, 4 of the green stacks. So let's pull these out. We'll populate that board, and then we'll be ready to go. Okay, looks like we got everything populated now. The elemental tiles are the ones that are going to hold the treasure tokens. The other ones, again, are going to be our runes that are going to give us different actions as we play the game. We've got our handy-dandy little reference sheet here, which is going to run us through what we can do on our turns, as well as what happens when we trigger battles, when we defeat monsters. One thing that I do want to call out, we didn't reference this in the first video, is that when you defeat a monster, there's a couple different things you can do with a monster. You can actually fight them and beat them. If you do, you can absorb their elemental energy, which is right on their card. It shows here that this is a earth elemental energy. You can absorb that and move up on the earth track, or you can just defeat it and take points, on your glory track. If that was a battle and you defeated it, you can take the points that way. You can also dominate a monster, which is pretty sweet. We haven't talked about that either. There are certain mechanics or certain cards in the game that will allow you to dominate a monster, which means the monster will become part of your it would become a unit for you, and all of its abilities will still stay intact. It will be like another unit that you can deploy on the board, but the monster will basically be your unit, and that's pretty awesome. I love that it isn't just you can take monsters out. You can also dominate monsters and make them sort of part of your faction and one of your minions. That's pretty awesome if you can get the right thing to be able to do that in the game. Super cool. All right, and on this card, you'll also get the steps of battle. Again, battle's pretty easy. It's pretty straightforward. We're going to take this card. We're going to set it right down here. Every player does have their 5 magic cards. They will start with hand size is 7, and we've already queued up 1 resource each for each one of the players. You don't start with any gold, but you do start with 1 of everything else. We've got our peace token here. So once everybody does a regroup, then we're out of peace mode. I will say there is a quick rule here for the monsters. Monsters will still rush and move around the board while you're in peace mode, although they are dormant from the perspective of like combat and combat type abilities. That's not going to activate until you're out of that peace mode. Again, the first bit of this game really flows in this like we're not gonna fight kind of world. Until you get, and it's a nice balance because you get enough to sort of build up to start, and then you can get right in. All right, let's start playing. We got the Stonehorn Dwelves. All right, what are we gonna do? All right, first thing, let's take a look at our cards really quick. I got this Aerial Assault, pretty sweet. Cost me 2 swords, or if I have 3 on the wind track, I can execute it for free. I don't have that at all, so maybe an area I want to focus in. Here's the wind up here, so I might want to put somebody out there and start getting a dwelling, because if I get a dwelling up here, I can get the wind elemental, because whenever you build dwellings in a certain realm, you get that element on the element track. Sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 2, like we'll see on here, on this one. So that's a pretty sweet card. A couple of the end of games. So we talked a little bit about these magic cards in the first video. Some of them benefit you at the end of the game. You'll want to hang on to them and then just lay them down at the end and say, oh, I have whatever it says here, the condition. So I get X more victory points. A couple end game things. We got a quest here. To complete this quest, you must have at least 2 gems in your supply. I only have 1, so I might want to look for something where I can get a gem. All right, complete that quest. And then this card here says, play when you are constructing a dwelling. You may ignore the resource cost to construct this dwelling. Excellent. We are going to be using that here pretty soon. I can tell you that right now, because that will allow us to get a dwelling out there really quick. So the first thing is I'm going to either place or regroup. Obviously, it's the first turn of the game. I do have to place somewhere. The first time you place on it has to be in a completely unoccupied spot on the board. We're going to go right here. That is going to cause this monster to rush in, although there is going to be no combat. Nothing's going to happen. That's going to go down like that. We're in this air area. And because I placed there, I'm going to pick up this treasure token that's on this stack, and I got a coin. Coins are really good because coins give you gold, and golds are wild. So, you know what? I'm going to hang on to this because I might want to slot this into one of these adventure treasure cards to give me like more gold over the course of the game. So I'm going to hang on to that one right now versus just cashing it right in. I think that's going to be actually a really good thing for me. All right, turns over. We're now to the Storm Hordes. Okay, what do we got here as far as cards? Liquid form, play at the beginning of your turn, place your unit in a realm. This placement will not trigger a battle. Okay, once we're not in peace mode, that's going to be important. Decipher the lore. You have to have at least 2 scrolls. All right, so let's go for that. Maybe we can pick up a scroll somewhere. There's a scroll here. Okay, so maybe we'll go for that. Renew. Play in a turn using random discard treasures, tokens of 1 element. Refill the token stack of 1. Okay, so if I can refill the token stack from my tokens, I don't know about that one. I don't know if I want to get rid of that many tokens. At the end of the game, this card is worth 2 points. Okay, end of the game kind of stuff. And then when you play a battle, all right, let's start over. Play when a battle would be triggered. Instead, no battle is triggered. All right, I got to remember that one. So I've got some cards that are going to allow me to get out on the board without messing around. I got some cards that are going to help me to get out on the board and not have to battle. This Fairy Charm is going to be really important for me. Okay, so I'm going to go for a scroll, I think, to be able to complete one of those quests. Take one of my readied units here. And the only place on the board I can get a scroll right now is right here. But that means that the placement is important because every time it's your turn to place, you got to place where it is in a spot that is not occupied by any people you already have, and it has to be kind of chained out or adjacent to where you are. So where a prior worker is. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and go there and go right into the water area, and I'm going to pick up this token, and I'm actually going to cash it in immediately for my free action. I'm going to go put it right there, and I'm going to take that scroll. So I get a scroll, and now I have 2 scrolls. So if I go here to my card, says to complete this quest, you must have at least 2 scrolls in your supply. Gain 1 victory point for each scroll in your supply. So I could cash it. I could just say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just complete this quest and get 2 victory points right now. I think I'm going to hang on to this and try to bulk up on some scrolls and get more of a punch there for my card. Probably not good to just go ahead and capitalize on that right now. All right, so that's done. It's now the Fire Witch Goblins' turn, and they're going to come out and place their guys, and I can really go anywhere. I am going to go. You know what? I'm going to go right here, and the reason is because I want to pick up this coin. Coins, really good, right? We're going to hang on to that. Turns over. We're back here, and now I'm going to place. I've got to place either here. Or I've got to place either here because I have to be out from where I'm already at, okay? So what I think I'm going to do, or I could go here to the fortress, cash in any 2 resources to get 2 gold, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go, interesting, I'm going to go right here because that would be a good place to have a dwelling. We'd get 2 if I can get a dwelling there. I'm going to go here. And that was my placement. Because I can't get to the mill. Maybe on the next turn. All right, I'm going to pick up swords. Swords give me the ability to have combat. I'm actually going to cash those swords in right away. Pick up 2 swords. Bulk up on those swords. You can only have 5 of each one of the resources, but I think we're good there. All right, next person's turn. I'm going to come here, and I'm going to... I could explore. Is there anything I can get through with a door? I do have 2 scrolls, but I want to keep those scrolls. I could get the air gate, but it's not going to benefit me because I'm not really up on. I'm not the highest. Well, I am. I am the highest on the air gate, to tell you the truth. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to get some gems. So I'm going to pick up these gems. And I'm going to actually keep that because that's a double gem. I'm going to hold on to that. Gems are pretty powerful. So I'm going to hold those gems here. I'll definitely need a double gem for a build here. There's a triple gem for a build here. So I'm going to hang on to those gems for now. All right. Next player's turn will come out, and we're going to place. I could go here. It would not trigger battle because we're still in peace mode. I don't need the portal. I don't need the mill. I can't really build anything right now. I need 3 gems to be able to build, and I don't have that. So I'm going to go ahead and go here, and I'm going to pick up a gem and a tool. Let's go ahead and just split it, and I will keep that right here because I don't have to. I can cash that in whenever I want to get those resources, like any time. I can always cash that in to get resources. I'll just hang on to it for now, all right? We're back here. We got our final worker to place for our dwarves, and I'm going to place it on the mill. This is what I'm going to do. The mill will allow me to build a dwelling. Well, I can build a dwelling here, or I can build a dwelling here. Aerial, so you know what? I'm gonna jump up. I think I'm gonna jump up on the green track because that gives me 2. So I'm gonna actually pay a gem. So we'll cash that in, and I'm going to play this normal abode, which says play when you are constructing a dwelling. You may ignore the resource costs to construct this dwelling. So I can ignore having to pay 3 tools to build a dwelling right here, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to cash this in. We'll kind of put it in our discard pile here, and I'm going to now build my first dwelling, which is going to go right here. Now, the trade-off there is, as the dwarves, I've lost a worker, okay? That worker's out of commission. That worker is a dwelling from now on. They will not benefit me as a worker. They will not become a worker again. They will not move. That dwelling will stay there. I will score victory points immediately. I'm adjacent to 1, 2 runes. That'd be 2 points apiece. 4 points. So I go up 1, 2, 3, 4. On the victory point, there's no other dwellings out, so I don't get any more victory points. This will also act as an extra combat die if I ever do battle in this location. I'd like to get another dwelling out here for the dwarves if I can, but not there yet. Now, because I built in that area, I do get 2 on. I get 2 on the elemental track for greens. That's what these extra little bits over here are for. So now, not only do I have power in the order track, I also have power now in earth. So 1, 2. So pretty sweet. So now I'm already up 2 ranks on that track, and now I'm the highest on green. So if I can go into the green door here, highest on green whenever it activates gets me a gem. Now I got a slot of treasure in there to make that all go down, but and I don't want to use the coin, so I'm gonna pick up some more treasures if I want to go that route. Okay, so now that is the dwarves' turn. We've done our action. We placed here. We took action of the mill. We're good to go. Okay, we're gonna move on to the storm. Here we got one more person to place, and interesting. No, I don't think I want to do that. Is there anything that I can get? I can't. I can only get that air. I just don't want to do it yet. So I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna pick up this tool. That's gonna give me a tool. I'm gonna go ahead and cash that in actually immediately, and pick up another tool. Now I've got the resources I think I need to be able to get in and get maybe one of these doors. Maybe I'll go into this oaken door here. That looks pretty sweet. Give me some gems. All right, last placement for this would be the Firewitch Goblins, and we are going to go. Interesting. I am going to go. Can I build anywhere? Do I have anywhere I can build? 3 tool? No, I don't have very many resources at all. I need to pick up some resources. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to grab the double potion, and I'm going to go ahead and cash that right in on the double potion and get 2 potions. Now I got 3 potions, and I think I'm gonna pick something up. Probably going to grab the deck, grab the door that just aligns directly with. No. I don't know what I'm going to do. I need my drink bear. Woo! Okay. What we're going to do now is we're now back to the dwarves' turn, and guess what? We've got nothing to place, so we kind of have to regroup at this point because we don't really have any workers. Now, you don't have to wait until you run out of workers to regroup. You can regroup whenever you want. However, kind of this first starting of the game, it's probably best strategy. I don't know that I've really run into a situation where you would do this otherwise, just me personally. But it's probably best strategy to get everybody out there and then do a regroup. And then you might, deploy a couple and then regroup for one reason or the other. We're going to regroup. So what we're going to do is we're going to go one by one taking action. We've got our little tableau card here. This tableau card will allow us to gain a scroll, use the mill if we needed to. Well, we're not going to do that again. We can't. So we're not going to do that again anywhere. What's the build cost up here? 2 scrolls? No, we can't do that. That probably would have been smart to try to pick up another scroll. We might have been able to build another dwelling, but we didn't do that. So let's go ahead and pull him back. We'll pull this guy back. You do one at a time. I would suggest that you set the meeple on the little meeple icon. If you set it on this, what you'll forget is in this portal area, you can only summon on your, when you pull everybody back, you can't. This spot is reserved for one worker, okay? It's not I'm going to summon a dragon, and then I'm going to summon a worker, and then I'm going to summon... You can't do that. It doesn't matter if you have the resources or not, all right? So I'm going to pull this back. I'm going to look here. Is there anything I can summon? Based on what I have right now resource-wise, no, there is not. other than a worker. And I'm going to summon a worker because I want to, and I'm just going to throw in a sword. You can throw in any type of resource. So I'm going to summon a worker. I'm going to summon a worker into my ready area and give me some more workers to place upon my next actions where I'm going to put folks out on the board. All right. I'm then going to pull back this guy, and I'm just going to grab a scroll. Now I got 2 scrolls. Okay, and then I can't pull back this guy because he's a dwelling. He stays there. And then both of these guys come back to the ready area. So I would have only had 2 guys back because one of them stayed as a dwelling. Now I have 3 because I summoned another worker. I do have 2 left to summon. It will cost me more stuff the more I summon, but they're there and they're ready to go. All right, I need to get my warrior out. So I'm going to be working on getting some tools, because I want to get my warrior out there because this warrior is really powerful with his warhammer. Your warrior rolls an additional combat die as long as you have at least 1 tool in your supply. So I need to bulk up on tools. I need to get my warrior out with the warhammer because combat is a-coming. Combat is a-coming. All right, with that, I'm going to put my token out here indicating I've done my first regroup. After all 3 people have regrouped, it's on! It is battle time! Okay, what do we want to do here? Let's go ahead and start pulling back. So let's pull back and let's get a... What do we got here? Can we do anything? No. We can. Ooh, I'm getting the warrior summoned. All right, we're going to put that on there. We're going to do 2 tools and a sword, okay? It's kind of opening us up. It's making us a little vulnerable. But we're bringing out the Valkyrie. That is now summoned. We are going to bring out and get ourselves another scroll. And we are going to... we can't do anything else. Let's see. Making sure I didn't mess myself up there. No, we wouldn't have been able to build anywhere anyway. So there's nothing else I really want to take. I don't have any other tableau cards to place workers on yet, because I haven't done any adventuring in the dungeon. So this one's just going to come right back to my ready area, and then these guys are going to come right back to my ready area. Okay? Token, going to go there. If I had anybody in the underworld, if there was combat that would have happened, those meeples in the underworld, depending on what units they were, would come back to my ready area as well. But there's no combat yet. All right? We're pulling back the red. Can we build in any way? We got 3 potions. No. Can we figure out a way to get 2 scrolls? And what do we got over here? Now this gets another gem. 3 gems. That would only give me 2. Check this out. We're going to cash this in right now. We're going to get another gem. Okay? We are then going to pull a guy back. We're going to pull this guy right here back, and we're going to set him there, getting ourselves a 3rd gem. And this is why it's important in what order you do this in. Because it kind of stacks. Like, you're just watching. Like, I just built my 3 gems. I need 3 gems to build a dwelling right here, and I'm going to do that. So I'm going to grab this guy, pull him back. I'm not going to do any summoning, which it's a trade-off. And I'm going to put him on the mill, which is going to allow me to pay 3 gems right here, the cost of building a dwelling on this area right here. So now I have a red dwelling, and I've gained 2 on the red track for the red player. So 1, 2. I'm up to already almost to the top. Once I get to the top, I get this little orb. These orbs are very powerful. You can use them to slot in cards. You can use them to just lay straight down on the orb reward track on anything that you want. So they're very powerful. Okay, we'll put these back in the pot there, and we are ready to go. Awesome. We got a dwelling out there for the Fire Witch Goblins. That worked out well, and that's it. That person stays there just like the dwarves did, right? Okay, it's there. Comes back to the ready area. We're going to put those right here in the tray, standing up as they're readied. And I didn't summon anybody, so that's going to make my next sort of placement and regrouping a little bit shorter. But after that, I really want to get out the either the wizard. Wizard is a fire witch, which if I have 4 more cards in my hand, I can roll 2 combat dice. And the dragon actually kills other people's resources. So I think I want to get that Fire Witch out. I might summon that wizard maybe the next go around. For that wizard, I'm going to need 2 potions. I'm going to need a scroll. I've got enough to be able to do it. but I got to be able to summon. So I could summon it by going directly to the portal and taking the summoning action and paying that cost. I think I'm going to do that. So we're back to the dwarves, and we are now out of, let's put this out here, we are now out of peace mode. So it is on, okay? We are now in a mode where we will be going to combat. So let's think about how we want to do this, right? Dwellings don't count for occupied spaces, all right? So you can put it where a dwelling is. So we have got 3 workers, all right? 3 workers. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Let's go over here. I got to get one of these. I want to start getting one of these doors unlocked. So I'm going to go for... I've got 2 scrolls. I'm going to try to unlock this door. So I already got what I need. You know what? Screw it. I'm going there. I'm going straight into the dungeon. We're going to explore. So you first take a tile off. What do we got? Okay, it's another water tile, and it also is a layer. It has the monster layer symbol on it. Now, this can be placed anywhere you want. It does have to be adjacent to 2 tiles. I am going to place it... Well, if I place it here, I'm right on top of it. And I don't want that. So I'm going to place it... Well, it only costs 1 potion to build there, though. Ooh. I'm going to place it right next to this layer. I'm going to put it right up here. Okay? I'm then going to populate that stack. So I'm going to go to my blue here, get my treasure tokens, flip it over. It's just kind of random how you put these in. Right? It's populated. It does have a blue monster. So we're going to go here and get our... Hang on, that's wind. Here it is. Here's our water monster. And we're going to put that water monster right there. And then we're going to make sure that its card is out. So this is the Kraken. So let's read it first to make sure if there's any passive abilities, because there is a passive ability with the Elder, the ancient tree ant here, where as long as it's on the Eldervale map, the Mage Tower provides another magic card. Okay? So let's go here, and I need to make sure I take advantage of that. So we'll go here, Deep Riches. As long as the Kraken is in Eldervale, when you place a water realm, you may choose to gain a treasure token from the discard pile instead of the normal token or resource. Okay, cool. And I will call out, as I've been kind of discarding things, I've been just popping them back here. Technically, you'd put it in a discard pile, and that's where this would actually make a difference. I'll just call that out. So that's how it works. Okay, so let's set these monsters aside. We got 2 monsters out now on the board. I'd love to dominate both of them. Okay, and now we're going to go for an adventure card, and we have the choice to go for a second one or we burn one. I am going to go for the one that costs 2 scrolls, which is actually the door for my element. And I'm going to grab this card, and now it's part of my little tableau here. And I can slot a treasure in there. And what this door basically means is that anytime I'm the highest on the order track, I will gain a tool. So I can slot anything I want in there. I don't have any treasures to slot just yet, so I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm just going to gain it, and I've got it. I do have to pay, however, the 2 scrolls. I'm going to go here and look at the rest of these cards. So I would flip this one up. Okay, and I would look at it, and now I can burn a card, or I can take another one. So I'll look here, Rune Forged Anvil. As a free action, 3 swords. What the hell does that mean? I don't know. I think I'm just going to burn. I'm going to burn this one, so I'll put it at the bottom of the deck, and then I'll flip over another card. And this one here, this one's expensive. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I did. So Temple of 8, if I lock a treasure, choose one of your tableau cards, gain the exact resources as the cost of the card, of the chosen card. Gain the exact resources as the cost of the chosen card. Okay. Okay, that could be pretty sweet as well. That could be a real resource moneymaker right there. Real resource maker. Okay, that's my turn there. We're now moving on, and let's see. Do we want to put the warrior out there? Do we think anybody? No, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I'm gonna hold that warrior. I'm gonna get this guy out right here. Let's see. Ooh, we got scrolls. Where can I build for scrolls? Right up there. Ooh, it's gonna cause a. But I really want to build there. I won't have any other bonuses. It's not going to work out for me. Interesting. Well, maybe. Is it worth it? I want to pick up that coin. So if I place here, the monster will rush in. If I place here, already be there for the monster. I would love to be able to build there because I got enough. You know what? I'm going to chance it. I'm going to put right in. And this is my first placement on Eldervale, so I can't put it directly in here with the monster. I can't put it with any other person's units or monster. So, I am going. You know what? What can I get with those gems? I get the brass door. You know what? Forget it. I'll put it right here. I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to pick up 2 swords. I'm actually going to cash those swords in right away. And you discard it. I'm just going to put it here for this demo's sake. All right. We're going to pick up two swords. I've got a couple swords now for combat if I need it. And I got this warrior. Okay. Over here to the Fire Witch Goblins. Fire Witch Goblins are going to, let's see, play after battle dice. This question is win the most battle against. Ooh, you must win a battle against a monster with a single worker. Oh man, what a quest! That would be sweet. Can I do that? You know what? Forget it. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna put this guy right here. I'm gonna gain this coin. Now I have 2 coins, which I'm gonna keep. This monster is going to rush in. You will take the action before any battle will take place. We're past peace mode. It is battle time. It is on. Okay, so this is battle with the Kraken. The Kraken rolls 4 dice. It will tell us right here on the die. And it's also water energy. And if I beat this, I will absolutely absorb its energy. So it will get 4 dice. I will only get 1 die. So, you know, not a good chance I'm going to win this battle. But it's possible. It would have been good if the monster was somewhere over here because I would have placed there, then it would have rushed in, and I would get an extra combat die for the dwelling. I don't get that, okay? And now, with this combat, I do have a choice to rush in. The dwarves do have an adjacent. I could rush into this battle and be part of this battle as well. I don't think it's going to be wise to do that because I don't have a lot of reinforcements. It will only be 1 die. Play during the join. Oh, hold up. And I got 2 swords. Play during the join phase of battle. Up to 2 of your units from your ready area may join the battle. So I'm going to do this just for demo's sake here in the playthrough. I'm going to pay the 2 swords, and I'm going to go with the aerial assault, because this is just a sick attack. So I do have 2 swords. Up to 2. I'm going all in. I'm rushing in, right? So I'm giving up some territory. I'm also giving up being able to place, all right? I'm rushing in. So that means I get 3 dice. No, I don't have anybody. I get 3 dice. The monster gets 4. Red gets 1. There's nothing else I believe that we can do for battle. Let's look at what red has. Okay, after battle dice have been rolled, this card counts as if you had rolled an additional die with a value of 6. The lightning bolt. So no one knows that I've got that with red. And that might be able to allow me to complete my quest. Oh, come on, red. You know what? I'm going to roll them individually. I feel like it's sloppy. All right? So red rolls their die. They got a 2. White rolls, it's got a 6, a 5, and a 1. And the monster rolls and gets a 5, 4, 4, and a 2. Okay, so we're going to look at all of those dice so far. All right, so far, white is the winner. However, red is going to play the lightning bolt. which says this card counts as if you had rolled an additional die with a value of 6. So essentially, we got another die that's out here on the table. So that's what red ends up with. Well, when we look at this, the monster's out, and it's really down between the red and the white. Well, the white got a 6, red got a 6, white got a 5, red got a 2. So really, red probably wouldn't have played that card because that wouldn't have benefited them at all. But, you know, they would have played the card, and then they would have went into the battle. They would have played the card. That would have been the way that it would have went. It didn't work out for them, even having that lightning bolt. Oh, that could have gave me the quest as well of defeating a monster with a single worker. Shoot. Okay, Stonehelm Dwarves have won the battle, which means this red player now goes to the underworld. We get a sword for their efforts. We then take the monster and remove the monster from the map, and I am going to actually absorb that monster's power, and that would be a water. So now I'm also going to be on the water track, and I've absorbed that monster's power. So now the Stonehelm Dwarves, you can only specialize in 4 elements. I'm specialized in 3 elements at this point because of what's gone down. And then these guys would just stay here. They're where they're at. And then upon the next turn, I would have to regroup because I don't have anybody else to place. Yeah, we'll advance on the victory track because I defeated, a monster as well as units, right? So I'll advance on the victory track. I'm going to go up 1. That's going to gain me immediately 2 victory points because every time you advance on the victory track and you do battle, you kind of gain stuff. I'm going to go for these orbs. That would be good, or I'd want to do that. Okay. Monster's out. It's out of the. It's done. It was defeated. Let's pull the dice back to all of our players there that were in that combat. That's pretty cool the way that worked out. It's now actually back around to the Stonehelm Dwarves because that was the Fire Witch Goblins that caused that combat there that the dwarves rushed into, which ended up being a pretty good move for them. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and regroup. I got to get some resources, all right? I got to get some resources. So we're going to pull back, and we're going to get ourselves a scroll. We're going to pull back, and we're just going to go ready, and there's nothing for me to do. So I'm just going to go ready. All right, I'm back. That's how that's going to go. We're now over here to the Storm Horde. Storm Horde has got their warrior out. Okay, I'm right here, so I'm going to venture out right here, and I'm going to pick up one of these treasures. I need 2 tools to build there. I don't have any tools. I'm going to cash this in right away. Again, we're just going to put it there. I'm going to grab a tool, so now I have a tool. That's good. All right, we're back over here. We got the last person to be able to place, and our first person is gone. They went to the underworld here, so they're gone. So I can really kind of place anywhere I want because there's nobody out on the board. I'm going to go. We have 3 potions. What can we buy? We can buy a door for potions. You know what? I'm going to go to the dungeon, and I'm going to flip a tile. We got another layer, another monster that's coming out. It's a single scroll build. Not too bad. I don't want it right on top of me, though. Well, it isn't a placement just yet, and I'm kind of out of placement, so I'm going to put it right there. This one is going to bring out another monster. It's going to be this one right here. It's going to be right there, and that's going to be the Iron Golem. Invulnerable. Workers add no combat dice in a battle with the Iron Golem. Spell cards may not be used in a battle with the Iron Golem. Workers added no combat dice. Wow. Okay, so only dwellings are going to count, and only the 3 other special type of warriors are going to count. That guy's not messing around. Running out of room here. So we're going to put the Iron Golem right up there. Okay? We'll put this over here. Okay, so we got the Iron... You know what? Let's put it right there. We got the Iron Golem. We got 3 monsters that are out on the board. Well, this guy got defeated, so he's kind of out. Okay. Let's see. Let's go for a... what am I doing? Okay, I'm going to go for the double potion card, adventure card. which is right here. This is the doorway to the water, actually. I'm going to pick that up. And I'm going to go ahead and if I'm highest on the water, and I'm not, but I want to get that doorway opened up. So I'm going to grab that. I'm going to cash in 2 potions. I'm then going to see what I got next here in this stack. Do I want this or do I want to burn it? Brewery. Ooh. Haha. When you place a unit in any water realm, gain a potion? Yeah. I don't have enough to pay for it. So because I don't have enough to pay for it, I'm going to burn a card. Because I don't want to get rid of that one. I'm going to burn a card, and I'm going to burn this brass door here. Because we already got somebody that's pretty far. Well, that's me. No, I don't want to do that. I'm going to burn. I'm going to burn this green one here. So I'm just going to burn this card. Flip this over. And now we got the fertile soil. We got to pull this guy back after he did his little activation there. So we are back to this group here. Got a couple end games. And then complete this quest if you have at least 2 gems in your supply. Okay. Can we get some gems anywhere? Can we get some gems? All right, team. We're going to go one more sort of little round. It just kind of goes, right? But we're going to go one more kind of round, and then we're going to call it, because I think you've got a good flavor for kind of how this game is playing out. So let's go ahead and place one of our dwarves here. Let's place this dwarf. This has got a low point value, and we can pick it up. So let's place that dwarf right there. Let's pick up this. This gem or this potion here, and we're gonna cash that immediately in and get a potion. So we'll grab a potion. We got a couple potions now. All right, that's good. We're gonna go here. We are going to get our warrior out because it is clear that this person right here is trying to get there because it's a super low build cost. Only 1 potion to build on that spot. It's clear. So this is the beauty of the warrior and the Valkyrie. Your warrior may join a battle from any realm. That was magical. Warrior may join a battle from any realm or the underworld. If returning from the underworld, pay 3 swords. So this warrior can join from any realm to a battle or from the underworld, but you do have to pay 3 swords to get that extra. I have 2 and I have 3. Now I would love to be able to take this warrior and put him right there, but I can't do that because the Valkyrie will allow me to join a battle from any realm. But there's no battle that's going on right now. And it isn't the first placement. That's the problem with my warrior. Like, the warrior does have to be placed out from where I have another unit. That first placement, like if I had nobody else out there, then I could put the warrior directly into a spot that was already occupied, which you normally wouldn't be able to do that. You have to go, your first placement has been in a spot that isn't occupied. However, I've already got a worker out there, so, I could go ahead and try to take out another one of the. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go because I can't. These guys can't build, so I'm just gonna go right here to the dungeon, and by doing that, I'm gonna explore. Is anything? You know what? Forget it. I'm gonna explore. And I'll bring in the air gate. So I'm going to explore. I'm going to bring out another tile. Ooh, nice. It's an air. It's not a layer. And let's see. I'm going to put this. I'm going to put this right here just for space-wise sake. That's where it's going to go. And I'm going to bulk up on the stacks. So that's a new type here. So we're going to go 3. Ooh, got a coin on top of that one. And then we're going to bring out another stack here and go right there. And that's a 2 if I can build there for 3 scrolls. Ooh, I got 3 scrolls too. But I wanted to spend those scrolls on the Nimbus Gate. Anything for swords? No. Oh, that's no good. I do have to take one of these. So I kind of messed myself up there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the Nimbus Gate adventure card. I'm going to pay 2 scrolls to be able to do that. And it says if I'm the highest on the air, I gain a potion. I am technically, this character's Storm, I am technically the highest on the air, so I'm going to go ahead and lock my treasure that's 2 treasure tokens, though. That's 2 gems. I'm not going to lock that one. I need a single to lock that one in. At a gaming or potion, but I don't want to do that just yet. Could build for 2 potions here. Let me think this one through. Yes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, and this is why. I'm going to lock this treasure token in right here on this card. I'm now going to go into combat with this unit. Anybody who wants to join can. I don't think I'm going to be able to build. I'm not going to build there. So just to lock this combat in, I'm going to join in right here for this combat. So I will actually roll 2 for my warrior, and I will roll 1 for my worker. I'll give up the spot there. I'm okay with that. Red will only have 1 to be able to roll. They don't have any cards that are going to be able to help them on this one. So blue rolls for this battle, and red rolls, and blue wins. 6, and this is a 5. So blue does win the battle. Red loses. Red goes to the underworld and then gains another sword for their efforts. There you go. 3 swords there, though. Not too bad. You know what? Forget that. We're going to go back on that example. It was a 5. We had a 5. We had a 6. I don't remember what these were. Let's just re-roll them. A 4 and a 1. I think that was right. We had a 5. I'm going to cash in a sword. We would have only had 2 at that point. So let's put this one back. I'm going to cash in a sword and add another die for the red. So let's see what we can come up with. Oh, can't do it. We got a 3. Okay, still lost. So he goes there, gains his sword back for going to the underworld. And now we are back here at that combat, and we took over this area. Nice work. Nice work, boys. Before that battle would have happened, I forgot to do the extra adventure card. So let's see what would have come out here, and we either have to go with it or we have to burn a card. I'm just going to burn the Winged Messenger. Ooh, this gets magic cards. Forget it. Just burn this card. Let's see what we got here. The Arctic Scavenger. When you place a unit in any air realm, gain a scroll. See, I like those. When you just like, anytime you have something out there, those are nice cards, because if you bulk up on a bunch of those, you'll find that as you're just placing people around, when you regroup, you'll just pull them back, and you'll be able to set them on these tableau cards and just gain tons of resources. I like that. Okay. We don't have anybody to place here. We're 2 in the underworld. That was blue's turn. We came into combat. It would now be red's turn, and red would now be forced to kind of regroup. What kind of sucks here is both of my units got attacked, and they're in the underworld, which means I can't pull them from the underworld and place them on tableau cards to activate things. It's only the workers that you have in the realms. So that's a problem, and means that they have to come directly back to kind of my ready area, and that's all I got. That's all I can do with those. I can't take any of the actions. I really wanted to, but I can't. We're back to the Stonehelm Dwarves, and team, we are going to cut it there. I think we're pretty close to an hour now of gameplay, is going through quite a few rounds. Again, I think we've covered about everything that you would run into in this game, mechanic-wise. We combated monsters. We defeated monsters. We didn't get to dominate any monsters. We turned and burned. We got some adventure cards. We climbed a little bit of a track here on the elemental track. We got some victory points. We won some battles. Blue won battle here, so blue would actually move up here and gain 2 victory points. We didn't do that. So we had some combat. We had some battles. Folks went to the underworld. They came back. We looked at using some magic cards in different ways. We got to regroup. We got to place. We got to take use of our tableau cards. We pretty much got to do most of the mechanics of this game. So you can kind of see how awesome Dwellings of Eldervale is and how much you can do on your turn as a player. Now, trying to play 3 players like this at once, it's always a little difficult. So you can only imagine, like, if you're just one player, you got your mind fully focused on your player in your faction, you're going to be able to optimize these magic cards a lot more. You're probably going to be able to think more strategically around what resources are really the best for you as a player as you're trying to get more and more dwellings out there. And, you know, we got a couple dwellings out there as well. There's probably some opportunities through the course of play to get even more dwellings out. I neglected to do that only because that's part of the scaling of this game. How quickly as a player do you get your dwellings out versus holding them back and putting them out at the right time to optimize your victory points. You really have to scale when those dwellings come out and when they come out. Because if you got a lot of other people that already has dwellings out, and then you slam a dwelling down that's near ruins and near a bunch of other dwellings, it's just going to rack up the victory points. So think about that. There might be a strategy in sort of gaining those resources and then coming out with dwellings quickly versus trickling them out over the course of play. I think there's certain spots on the board that you're going to want to lock down early, depending on how the tiles randomly come out with the build of the initial board. There's going to be spots, much like this spot right here, that's going to be a prime location to build because you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points if you put a dwelling right here. So that's going to be probably prime real estate to get a dwelling out first. So just think about that when you're playing the game. When do you put your dwellings out? When do you not? Don't forget the giveaway. Just spit everywhere. Don't forget the giveaway. It is a legendary version of this game. If you look at the Kickstarter, go check it out. It's live right now. You'll see what the legendary brings for you. It is the best version of this game. It is all-in team with everything that they're going to have to offer. It's a $139 value. Okay? That's what the giveaway is. All right, hope you enjoyed part 2 of the 2-part series. If you haven't seen part 1, go check that out as well. And hit that like, click the subscribe below to join the team. Keep rolling them crits. This has been the McGuire Review, and we'll see you next time, Bear. Let's roll!